start with hey. That just, I can't. Hey. Hello. Hi. Greetings.
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? We're Stacy and Lucas.
Oh.
Oh, whoops, we're not Stacy and Lucas. What's the goal?
Today's goal is concise.
We just got this Highlander to make into a camping SUV.
Okay.
Ultimate
We're
goal.
gonna do that again.
Hey, what's up, you guys? So we just got a new SUV, and long-term goal is to make it into a camping SUV, and so today is the first part of that process.
So we're gonna show you how to take the second and third row seats out of our 2010 Toyota Highlander. Cut. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take out all this stuff that might be covering the seats. We're gonna take out this rug, and then there's a couple mats up there we're gonna take out too. Alright, we're gonna uncover the back seat by taking this off. Just pull up on that tab. Alright, so we're gonna finish taking off these top compartments so you can get to the back row underneath. This just pops out. This should just pop out. Just pulled up on that. Alright, so right now we're on the right side of the car in the second row. Each seat has two covers, one cover protecting each side of the railing. They're pretty fragile, so there's a bar that this is hooked to. When you pull up on it, just make sure you're unlatched from the bar before you pull, or you'll snap off a little piece of plastic. So these little pieces are how they latch onto that bar. It's just this little piece that might snap off if you're not careful enough. All right, each seat has two bolts. They're 14mm. We're gonna be using an air wrench today, which is super helpful, but you don't necessarily need one.
All right, bolts are out. Now you gotta lay the seats forward and down so you get the covers in the back. Rod underneath, pull up, let it forward, and then this little latch back here lets the left side down. Side, same thing, rod underneath, let it forward. Oh, this one comes up a lot more. Oh. All right, seats are down. Now we got these covers back of the railings. Those are just gonna pop off with a little bit of pressure. Just like that. I'm gonna find two bolts down in there.
All right, same thing on the back side of the seats. There's two bolts back here, 14mm we're gonna take out. Last bolt over here for this seat. We ran into a little bit of a snafu taking the seats off, so if you're feeling frustrated, we understand. So the middle seats are connected by all kinds of cables, so we're gonna lift up this carpet and see what's underneath to see if it disconnects easily.
So we found that the middle seats in the 2010 are connected by more than just bolts. They're connected by these cables that help the seats go down and up and move forward and backwards. And so we have them up right now. And this piece right here is where the cables connect. And so you got to take this tape off if it has tape on it and unlatch this to be able to get the cables disconnected from one another. All right, taking the tape off of this so I can get to what's underneath and see how this thing is latched on right here. It's gonna take some prying, which if you get underneath this, it just slides right off just like that. So to disconnect the cable right here, you'll have to pull out on this side and twist it at the same time. There's a little notch inside of this right here. If you twist it in the right manner, where both the cable and the ball on the end will line up and it'll slide right out. It's gonna be a lot of finagle and turning.
A lot of what?
Finagling. To get it to line up and be able to pull it out right here.
If you're familiar with how doors latch, that's what we're working with in here.
So this is what it'll look like when it's connected. There's a little ball on the end of the cable right here. And what that does, it goes right down in this little groove right here, and the cable lines up through that notch, and that's how they connect. So what you really have to do is pull and turn to line up the notch in the spot for the ball, and then it'll slide right out right there. It's really frustrating, but if you turn enough and line it up, it will come apart.
Can we see the ball again?
All right, after bolts are out, cable's unconnected, all you gotta do is lift it up, take it out. There's one middle seat out. With the middle seat's out, only last thing right here is this one buckle. One more bolt for that. What are you laughing at?
Only thing here is one last buckle.
One last buckle.
One last seatbelt.
Seatbelt buckle clip. One more bolt into that. Take that out. Metal seat's out. Moving on to the third row.
All right, there's this piece over here on the side, which we basically just pulled up after there's 2 nuts down here on the bottom. We just pulled those off. You could use a screwdriver to pry them off, and one up here, and then we just yanked this thing out.
And after that, bolts for the seats are all right here.
All right, not entirely sure what this thing does, but I'm unhooking it. And then there's a piece of styrofoam. Get to the jack. Taking the jack out.
So use a tool like this. You can just use a screwdriver. Get this little clip out. This holds a lot of the black plastic piece in. There you go.
All right. Oh, it's not glued. It said just come right out. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Just unscrew it.
It's ready to come out. It's gonna be difficult.
Lucas thinks I can't do it. What do you guys think? Can I do it? There's a chance I can't do it. But there's a greater chance I can. Also,
The problem is that this thick piece right here is stuck underneath this piece, and so you gotta pry this way back there.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna pry it from way back there.
Actually, we might need to let the seats up first.
All right, YouTube. I might be doing it. I might not be. Okay, I give up.
All right, I'm gonna give it a try now on this.
I gave up. So disappointed in myself. Are you freaking kidding me? Look at him. Look at that glow. He's
Yep.
so proud of himself.
I'd already had the experience on the other one, so I knew what to do.
What was your secret?
Prying it out there, like I said. After getting the 2 side compartments out, the bolts for the back seats are all right here. We got these black ones, which are 214 millimeters. We got a 12 millimeter right there, and then also a 10 to get this black piece out right there.
So 14 right here, 14 up here. This one was
12.
a 12, and then this right here was the
10 nut.
Same thing on the other side.
Yep, same thing on the other side. Now it's time to pull it out.
Woo!
Hopefully there's no more bolts, surprise
Yeah.
bolts. There's always surprise bolts, we'll see.
There are. Turns out it's not just gonna come up.
It's like literally sewn with a piece of cloth to the seat itself.
So we have to get both at the same time. So can we put this on top of the seat?
Oh wait, never mind.
False alarm.
False alarm, so it just slips off. Yeah, right there. Nice. Alright,
Can you grab that?
that's out. And also, we didn't show it, but the pieces to the jack, to work the jack, are under there too. Sorry. Now, hopefully this is gonna lift right out.
Still like stuck.
Oh, we got one bolt to the seat belt, where the seatbelt buckle is going. coming in close underneath right here. So this is where the other bolts were on this side. And we missed one little sneaky bugger right here for the seatbelt buckle. We're gonna get that one out. It looks like a 14, possibly, maybe a 12, we'll see. All right, that goes to the seatbelt buckle. Right, before it can come out, the seat belts are going through, loop through right here. So you're gonna have to slide, after you unbolt it, you're gonna have to slide this through right here. And there you go.
I'm pulling up on the other side. Voila!
And seatbelt is undone. All right. All right. Oh boy, we got it out. So this is it with everything out. I guess we could take this out if we wanted to, but we might need that.
Total time, about 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. This is from not knowing how to do it. We had to figure it out.
Yeah, so total
Biggest.
newbies, never done anything like this before. Hopefully you have a quicker experience. Hardest thing was the cables.
On the middle seats, yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt. But now it's out. And the next part will be building.
No, next part's vacuuming.
Next part is vacuuming at ASAP. And then next video will be
Stay tuned.
Start to build, potentially.